And yeah, it is extremely accurate. This is with plus P on it, which is a ammo type that increases your recoil. So if it's still this accurate with that ammo type, yeah, it's broken. So hello gamers and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you the top 10 try-hard guns in Phantom Forces. Before we start the video, make sure to subscribe, check if you're subscribed down below, and let's go for 1,000 likes on the video. And keep in mind, I don't have a problem with any of these guns, I just think they are associated with people being a little try-hardy at the game. But at the number 10 spot, for the most try-hard guns in Phantom Forces, we have the M4A1. The M4A1 is a rank 0, very fast reloading, fast firing, and very low recoil gun. It's a great gun, I really like it. However, if you're low rank or you're Smurf, this is probably the try-hard gun of choice. And that makes complete sense because the damage isn't the best, but it's accurate and it reloads very fast. So getting multis and things with it is very easy, and it works at range, which is pretty surprising considering it's a 19 damage min carbine. And yeah, 19 minimum damage isn't great, but it can kill it very far. Now at the number 9 spot, we have an ammo type that I don't really like on my ECR personally. I have 200 kills on it back when it was super busted, but I have 1,400 kills on the gun, so I have 1,200 not with the ammo type, and that's 5.56 on the Beowulf ECR. This transforms it from a very fun automatic 50 cal gun into pretty generic 5.56 assault rifle. I see why people like it. However, after the nerf to it, it's fine. I know it's great with like certain setup, but now that it's a 4-shot to a 5-shot, it's kind of eh. It's not bad or anything, but it's just kind of eh, but it still has that reputation. I think people still think it's super broken, and it's okay, you know. Everybody who uses this is generally speaking super tryharding. It's just the reputation with the conversion on the gun. But yeah, try out default ammo. It's very good, and it's a low rank gun. So now at the number 8 spot, we have a carbine that is fine. This is my meme setup on it. Let me actually get my good setup. That's not a good setup. Okay, that's my good setup. I'm not a huge fan of the Honey Badger. I kind of think it's been overrated for a very long time. It's a good gun, you know? It reloads really quickly, and it does okay damage. It's very similar to the ECR 5.56, and as you can see from that guy who just killed me, that's somebody really try-harding, and they're using the Honey Badger. You can kind of expect tryhards to be running the Honey Badger. It's a decent gun. It reloads really quickly, and it's kind of similar to like an M4A1. ECR 5.56 was a lot better than it back in the however many months ago that was in the game. Initial recoil and the kind of lower velocity and stuff makes this really not as great as some people, I guess, think it is, but it's decent. What is this guy running? The PPSH, that's why. Now at the next spot, we have the Mosin. Now the Mosin is possibly the most tryhard sniper in the game, but I believe one is a little bit higher, and that's because this is a very fast firing but only headshot killing sniper rifle that people run because they think that they're good at the game. And sometimes they are good at the game, but other times, like, not so much. People will run it to try to only hit headshots, and then they realize that they're not that great, so they'll only go for spamming and hitting body shots. But if you can only hit headshots, and some try. Wow, that was such a good hit marker. Hold on. No. And yeah, if they're actually good and they hit their heads, it becomes a really scary sniper rifle to fight against, and this guy's using the Patriot. So overall, I don't have a problem with it. It's a pretty cool sniper rifle, and people who are not actually that great but tryharding might try to run 8mm, but then they're just trash at the game. But next up, we have the AUG A3 Para. Now, the AUG A3 Para is far and away one of the best guns in the entire game. It has a better 3-hit kill range than something like the M4A1, but it has better recoil, a bigger magazine, and yeah, it is extremely accurate. This is with plus P on it, which is a ammo type that increases your recoil. So if it's still this accurate with that ammo type, yeah, it's broken. It falls off a bit at range, but about as much as the M4A1, so it's not really that big of a problem, and the recoil makes it good at pretty much any range, regardless of the hits to kill. Because yeah, a 6-hit kill is not that great, but when it has this much accuracy and still has really broken velocity, like this has the velocity of 5.56 assault rifles, which makes no sense because it's a 9mm gun. The people who try hard with this and are pretty good are going to actually pop off because it's actually a really good gun. But at the number 5 spot, we have the C782. Now the C782 is a very powerful, very low recoil M16 variant that with 7.62 is absolutely broken. It will be getting a nerf in the test place pretty soon, but yes, this is with 7.62, and the accuracy is still pretty much unrivaled. Even among like 5.56 assault rifles, this is still extremely accurate. Luckily, it is getting a nerf pretty soon, which will hopefully make it a little bit less broken, but I guess we'll have to see. It's crazy how some people think that this is still like a balanced gun. I don't know why they think that, because it really isn't. I don't know. It's extremely accurate, and with 7.62, it can 3-shot to 100 studs and 2-shot headshot to 100 studs and has 800 RPM and reloads extremely fast. I don't know. This will hopefully not be quite as overpowered with the upcoming nerf to its ranges, but it's still going to be just as accurate, so I don't know. And it'll still have an 80 stud min? No, 80 stud max, not 80 stud min. But at number 4, we have a gun that is pretty much on every try-hard, best gun in every category. It's going to be on most lists, and that's the Colt SMG. And the reason for that is that it's just a broken gun. It has a lot of vertical recoil, but if you pull down, it becomes very accurate. It has a great 3-hit kill range, 1000 RPM. It reloads extremely fast, lots of reserve ammo. If you want kind of an AUG A3 Para type damage, except you get an extra like 220 RPM, then check out this gun. It actually eviscerates everything. At least long barrel isn't quite as good on it anymore, but it's still just way too good. I don't get it. People say it has recoil. Yeah, it's got a little bit of recoil, I guess. It's like really not that big of a problem. But at the number 3 spot, we have the most tryhard sniper rifle, the Steyr Scout, which is a really fun gun and a really high skill ceiling gun because it relies on pretty much only headshots to be able to kill anything. This gun has an extremely high rate of fire with 5.56. However, it does absolutely abysmal damage outside of headshots. So it's basically like the Mosin plus. If you're good at hitting headshots, it is way better than the Mosin because it can have like 30 more RPM, faster reload time, and 10 rounds by default. And it also has really good handling. Since it fires so fast and does good headshot damage, people are going to think that they can absolutely pop off, and some people can definitely, but some people are just going to spray at you and never hit their shots. This makes it extremely try-hard, extremely high skill ceiling, and very good if you're really good at the game. However, if you're not, it's going to be pretty funny to fight people using this because they'll never kill you unless they hit a lucky headshot, but if they don't, they're kind of just going to lose. Good players with this gun are a rarity, but an absolute menace. If you run into anybody super good with this gun, you're just going to lose. They have 100 RPM and can still one-shot you at literally any range, and the velocity on this gun is really good as well. Overall, I'm a pretty big fan of the gun. I think it's really fun. It also has that torso killing ammo type, but that's kind of just a little bit too crutch. I like the challenge of going for headshots, even if I'm not really that great. I can see why people try hard with it because it has such high killing potential. You could see the M107 is just this, but it can one-shot body. The nice thing about the Scout is that it doesn't really have any recoil at all, so yeah. What are you doing? At the number 2 spot, we have the M16A3. Now, the M16A3 is interesting because the C7A2 is kind of better, but I guess because this is a low rank and people just have the idea now that the C7 sucks, this is now more popular. It always was kind of the more popular of the two, despite it never really being better than the C7, except maybe because of the extended mag, but like even then, and since it had like no camera recoil, you could just kind of crutch it. But now it's a little bit more skill-based, not really. It's very tryhard still, but it is not the number 1 most tryhard gun. That is a different assault rifle that I basically never see outside of people tryharding with it, and that's the HK416. You'll see some pretty dumb setups, a lot of skeleton grips, a lot of DCLs. The thing that you can definitely tell every single time you see a guy using this gun is that they are trying as hard as physically possible, which is pretty funny when they're going negative because some people, they're not that great, but they pre-bought the HK416 because they thought they would do better. I have quite a few kills on this gun, and I don't really use it too much. I love the reload animation, and I feel like it's a really cool gun. Like in real life, I think the HK416 is really cool. It sucks that it has this reputation, but like the reload is amazing. I love it. You can make this thing extremely accurate. It fires really fast. The reload time isn't quite as good as some of the other guns on this list, but it's up there. It's not like super slow or anything. It's pretty good. And it does pretty good damage. Not amazing damage, but it's good enough. And the reload animation is really cool. I don't know why this is the most tryhard gun, but it simply is. Everybody using this gun is a tryhard. That's not to say that like you can't use the gun. You know, if you like the gun and you have fun, I don't care if you try in this game. I'm just saying I made the list of the top 10 tryhard guns, and I feel like this is the most. But yeah, it's not bad. I don't know. It's a decent gun. Maybe I'm biased because I don't really like the gun too much, but I used it for a while and I liked it for a while. Maybe because hollow points was so broken on it before, but it's still good. My setup right now is like reflex, X-ring or T-break or something, pistol grip. I don't know. I just made a really weird setup and it works. Yeah, gamers, that is the top 10 tryhard guns in Phantom Forces. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Have a nice day.